2022 is absolutely stacked for gaming, and for the first time in a very long time, this is including many exciting titles for MMO gaming. Everything from brand new releases, North American and European releases, DLCs, and expansion packs. This is the first time in so many years that I personally have had to make decisions between which games I will even have the time to play. In this video, I want to go through the 5 titles that I am most excited for, go over some of the features, as well as give you release dates and my overall hype rating. Given the sheer amount of new gaming releases this month, I feel like the video could go on forever. So if I missed some of your favorite releases or there's something you're looking forward to, please make sure to yell at me in the comments below. Do keep in mind that these are presented in really no particular order, so without further ado, let's get right into it. First off, and probably most obvious, we have Lost Ark. Lost Ark is a free-to-play MMORPG in the fictional world of Arcasia, and most likely the largest MMO release coming this year, with a confirmed release date of February 11th. Lost Ark features PvE dungeons and raids, gathering and crafting, a strong storyline, player housing, and balanced PvP. It even has a sailing system. The combat is one of its top selling points, featuring an exciting and heavily weighted ARPG style of combat. Like I said, the release date is February 11th. This one's coming out just around the corner, and with a pre-order extra head start of 3 days, you could be playing it February 8th. The hype for this game is stupidly insane, and honestly a little bit disappointment prone. We don't know a lot about the cash shop yet and how it's going to affect play to win that kind of plagued the Russian and Korean servers. When it comes down to it, the reality is this is going to be a solid choice of good, fun MMO gameplay. It's going to be one of the few MMOs available, even if it has been previously released in Russia and Korea. The cash shop is really the only red flag, and containing loads of play to win in its previous releases. We'll have to see kind of how this is handled on the Western release. Next up, we have the new expansion pack for Star Wars: The Old Republic, Legacy of the Sith. This is a brand new expansion with brand new questlines and stories, new playable areas, new system allowing players to change up their advanced class customization options, and many more features. The release date for this expansion is February 15th. As far as hype goes, there's really not a lot of hype around this game. Star Wars: The Old Republic is a solid MMO, but honestly, when I play it, it feels a bit like a single player game. I'm really only playing it for the Knights of the Old Republic's type storyline, and I don't really stick around after that. The reality is, this is going to be a solid release for fans of the Old Republic series. Nothing very new to see here, and I highly doubt it will bring many, if any, new players to the game. Definitely worth playing if only for the storyline quests. Unfortunately, kind of feels like a single player game at times and kind of more of just a sequel to KOTOR. For the next one, we didn't even really know the release date up until, I don't know, 3 days ago. Of course, I'm talking about Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. It's the new expansion from the ArenaNet team, and one I am personally excited for. In End of Dragons, they will be reintroducing the world of Cantha, the original lands from Guild Wars 1. The expansion will include an additional continuation of the storyline, as well as adding new features including boats, fishing, co-op mounts, new strike missions, a new guild hall, new weapons and class combinations, as well as brand new elite specializations. With the release date only being announced February 1st, the hype for this expansion seemed almost non-existent, but now with the confirmed release date of the 28th of February, things are really kind of starting to ramp up. ArenaNet had done basically nothing until this month to promote the expansion, only now beginning to kind of confirm a release schedule of developer updates, news regarding the expansion, and many more events leading up to the release. In my opinion, Guild Wars has kind of always been an underrated MMO, but when it comes down to it, the reality is this might not be everyone's main game, but it can be everyone's second game. Fourth up on the list, we have Final Fantasy XIV, with maybe not this month, and it might be a stretch to even bring it up in this video, the 6.1 patch. Yeah, it's not an official release, it's not an expansion or a DLC, but they usually have fairly large content updates every patch. With Endwalker having only recently come out, they do have a history of keeping to a rather strict 3-month patch cycle, which would be giving us a new exciting patch at the end of February, but there is still a good chance that this may be delayed due to COVID and other restrictions and factors that play into this. As far as a release date goes, nothing is set in stone, and personally I don't think we'll see anything in February, but if they did stick to the 3-month cycle, February would be when it would land. As far as hype is concerned, you're not going to be seeing too much of it. It's still chugging along. It's still a great game, but with the releases of Lost Ark and a few of these other games coming out, you might see the population drop a little bit over the next few months. When it comes down to it, the reality is there's not a lot known about this patch. Endwalker is surely doing well, and you can expect a great solid MMO gaming experience from Final Fantasy XIV. Last up on the list, I wanted to include Destiny 2 and their expansion, The Witch Queen. While not a typical MMO by any means, It's really more of a looter shooter. I think due to their high populations and aggressive release schedules, it deserves a place on this list. In the Witch Queen, they will be adding new glaive weapon types, item crafting, tons of exotics and legendary weapons, as well as an extensive storyline. It's definitely worth giving a shot if you enjoy MMO light looter shooter style games. Really brings a lot to the table for this genre. The release date for Bungie's expansion is February 22nd, and honestly it has a lot of hype around it. I don't think they're going to be doing anything massively new, but if you've enjoyed their previous expansions and you do enjoy the looter shooter genre, I would definitely recommend picking it up. And that wraps it up. Pretty short video today, but I thought it would be pretty cool to go through some of these videos, and more importantly, I want to hear what you guys plan on playing for the month of February and coming afterwards. I don't plan on making a video every single month about different games coming out, but I thought it'd be pretty cool this month because we really have a lot to look forward to and a lot that we can be playing this year, even if we're not going to be playing the Riot MMO right away. But as always, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe, go to my other socials. Links will be down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.